Ladies and gentlemen, hurricane season is still rolling on. We are still monitoring 2 areas for possible development, but we may have dodged a bullet on the development of this area down here, turning into a hurricane and then possibly hitting Florida or the East Coast. You know, we're still looking for a big storm, hurricane, tropical storm, regardless, over the United States of America around the 25th, 26th, 27th, but it may not have a hurricane component, though it does look like the USA and Europe will be getting hit with some nasty weather before October ends. We are definitely getting closer to the season where we talk about nor'easters and blizzards instead of hurricanes, so that is exciting. I love holiday season, and I like colder weather as opposed to hot weather. But you could see you got some snow and peach ice moving in to parts of north central USA. And then Florida will be getting some rain. This is over the next 48 hours. Hey, California, Rob Maeda is letting us know this is the 0Z. Easy for me to say. Euro goes for 3, count them 3 wind events. Monday night to Tuesday, Wednesday AM, we are talking a fire weather watch. Number 2, Wednesday night to Thursday to Friday AM, slightly stronger over large area. Sunday night to Monday, 10-26, all areas. Needless to say, stay tuned. Yeah, it's been a very active hurricane season, but it's definitely been a more damaging and possibly deadlier fire season. The West Coast USA has been getting hit hard, and over the last few days, Colorado has been getting hit super hard with what has looked like volcano eruptions. Parts of the area around Boulder have had multiple evacuations, so it's been quite a challenging time for Coloradoans. And speaking of volcano eruptions that everyone agrees are volcano eruptions, the Fuego volcano and Popocatépetl volcano, including many others, have been active over the last 24 hours. But isn't it weird that like all the volcanoes are totally lit and going off almost all the time, and then it just stops here? But you had all these crazy wildfires all the way up through here. Wild, man. Hey, good news. It does look like our danger threat from the CAG has lessened. We're definitely going to keep monitoring, and I'm not telling anyone to stand down, but we may have avoided a hurricane hit. Thanks, Stormbreaker AF. Yay. But hey, Europe, you guys are probably definitely, most likely, going to get some type of hurricane weather, whether they just call it large gales or Eurocane or just a big storm. UK weather updates. Keep an eye out on the possibility of stormy weather this coming weekend. Varying model solutions. These are also likely to change in coming days, but a sign we are well into autumn. Yeah, they're going to get heavy rain, hard winds, 978 pressure. That would make it a strong Category 1, possibly a weak Category 2 hurricane, although saying a weak Category 2 hurricane is kind of like a oxymoron, in my opinion. Kind of like your face. I'm just kidding. You're a beautiful kitty. You're a very pretty kitty. Love you, kitty. Yeah, the left-hand canyon fire by Boulder and the Colorado fire situation over the last 72 hours have been very intense. But as you can see, there have been a lot of fires, man, over the last few months in a lot of places in a lot of states. Betelgeuse is a star you can see at night in our sky. It is the right shoulder of Orion, and it is at 79% of its usual brightness, which is weird. Betelgeuse has definitely been one of the weirdest stories that started in 2019 that nobody really talks about, especially when everyone's like, we know everything about all the stuff. Nobody had Betelgeuse dimming on their 2019-2020 bingo card. It's still unexplained. Now that people come up with theories all the time. Anywho, I just want to point it out. Like, what happened to our sun start dimming to like 80% of its normal brightness on and off for like a year? People would probably notice that. You know what I'm saying? And we got all the planets on the same side of the sun. And I had predicted volcano and fire and then possible earthquake problems this year. And so we have seen the largest fire in Colorado history on record now in 2020. And so what will happen next? I don't know. I got to admit, October has actually been calmer than I thought it would be. So that is exciting. So it's part destiny, part free will. The sun has been showing signs of waking up, which is great because empires fall apart during solar minimums and then rise and fix everything during solar maximums. Asterisk behind the everything. Halo CME 2 C-class flares on the 2020 1016 was associated with the Type 3 radio bursts in decametric kilometric wavelengths, according to the Wonderful Wind Waves instrument. Somehow, one of these less intense flares was stronger. Man, solar physics is kind of weird. Kind of like you in your face. I'm just kidding. I love your face. And here, we're watching Sunspot AR2777. I think this is AR2776. And so we've had like 4 new sunspots in the last 10 days. And so that is exciting. And you can definitely see the little solar filament gremlins doing their dance act. And when we get closer to solar minimum, the filaments start to dance and shake and grow and pop and bang and thrust and coronal mass eject. So that is exciting. And this is definitely, we'll see the sunspots grow larger as the cycle gets more intense and is expected to peak somewhere around 2025. But I got a feeling December could see some excellent solar action. And Merry Christmas, by the way. We've had a lot of close asteroid calls, so go ahead and pat yourself on the back, Asteroid Fight Club. We're definitely doing a great job with asteroids that hit Earth and damage shit. That has not been happening a lot, and so that is one thing we can celebrate. Asteroid Fight Club is doing a great job in that regard. Yay. But we got quite a few more that will be passing by today. This one at half a lunar distance. This one at 0.4 lunar distances. And then you definitely got some 0.1 lunar distance coming through, although the rocks aren't that big. They might even burn up in the atmosphere, or they get lasered. Anyway, so we got a lot of interesting days coming between now and the 22nd, so we will keep an eye out. But, I worry more about humans' ability to treat each other well, people's ability to deal with the plague, people's ability to deal with each other, greed. Those are more the bigger asteroids I'm worried about that are really metaphors. So I don't spend as much time worrying or being concerned about how to deal with asteroids. Like I said, we seem to be doing a pretty good job on that. But I am looking for a pretty big storm around the 26th or 27th, with or without some type of hurricane land interaction. Look at the pressure wind bars here on the 26th. So yeah, I still think we're going to get a big storm around the 26th or the 27th. This is the GFS latest model run. You never trust one model run, but we're just watching stuff. We got a hurricane that will be approaching the East Coast, but mystical, magical forces, nature or otherwise, may be kicking it out to sea probably. But it definitely looks like Europe, UK, you guys are going to be hitting with quite a bit of wind and rain. And then, like I said, on the 26th or 27th, we will definitely probably see a storm moving through the USA that may have some major wind components and some heavy rain. We always look out a week after the Eris alignment for a major storm that has major wind components. And so you can see right around here, you get our big storm, zip zap. It does not have a hurricane attached to it, but that thing would still do some damage. But look at that storm up by Europe. And then the GFS is showing a storm developing below the Caribbean around November 1st, but we don't really get too worried about stuff that is 2 weeks out, because they got time to break those storms. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We're still watching it all very, 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 very closely. And if I do feel a disturbance in the force, I promise I will let you guys know. But things are so crazy, there's no reason for me to make you guys concerned about stuff I'm not overly concerned with. Hey, man, when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and then people kind of lose their minds. And we've been getting some amazingly kick-ass auroras, I don't know, for the last couple of years. So that's exciting. It's brought to us by Adrien Meridouit. And I put an R in there, and I shouldn't have. But yeah, dude, I'm definitely not telling everybody to stand down and let your guard down completely. We're still watching the 25th, 26th, 27th period of October with WTF 2020 kind of eyes, I dare say the energy might be improving and December's going to be great. But, let's play defense. Did you guys know that Mexico is just south of the United States of America? It's just weird that Popocatépetl, the volcano, has been going off like nonstop since 2019. You never really hear anybody talk about it. You can have all these fires and all these, even earthquakes in California, up and down in Alaska and Canada. Nobody ever really talks about the fact that the volcano ranges in Mexico and Guatemala have just been going nuts. Yep. How do you feel about infrastructure? Are you like, we should let the free markets decide everything? And I'm like, uh-oh. And, yeah, I believe that they manipulate the weather, but I believe that there are a lot of good guys out there that actually play defense. So if you let the weather be decided by the free markets, that could be problems for people. But there are always people standing on the wall trying to protect us. And so that is cool, But as far as like volcanoes and real estate prices go, I'm not sure. They tell us everything. Anyway, this is the Plume Flyer from Colorado. And so, as your Planetary Defense Commander, I'll be doing what I can to bring you guys information. The best information I can. As your Planetary Defense Commander, and I'm getting a little chatty tonight, if you don't mind. I've been going so hard since the Christmas eclipse of 2019. And I've slept a lot the last week. Yeah. Because I thought there might be a good chance of hurricanes now and over the next week, although I've toned down on that. It has been, pretty crazy 11-month run so far. And I've just kind of been getting geared up to close out the rest of the year. Oh, and by the way, my 8-year anniversary of doing THORnews is November 23rd, 2020. So that's pretty crazy. I pretty much started it right before December 21, 2012, when the world was supposed to end. Yeah, what a wild run it's been since then. You know what I'm saying? And so I am grateful at how we've all evolved at, even over the last 8 years, understanding weather and hurricanes and volcanoes and solar flares. And we've learned a lot together. I'm very, 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 very proud of that. And so, just want to let everybody know, I love you guys. And thanks for being so cool, and thanks for being so great to me. You guys have been super duper 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 fantastic to me, and I appreciate that. So, I will keep you guys posted, because it's what I do, and I do love my job. Oh, this year's been frustrating. I'm definitely not having a lot of fun talking to people about the plague. It's one of them weird trigger political conversations, even though it's a real thing. Anyway, okay, so I'll talk to y'all soon. God bless everyone, and let's have a great week, and let's start to raise our vibration and frequency and improve our attitude now, so we can go into that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on the 21st of December as awesome as possible, because it's going to set the tone for the next 20 years. So it's important. Okay, great. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Merry Christmas.